This is Amber with thelovedgal.com, and the purpose of this video, I'll be telling you how to get your ex back. I'm giving you the real deal because that's what you need. You don't need the hype, you don't need fluff. I've seen other videos online. You can clearly tell people haven't been through anything. I can speak on this subject because when I tell you, I've been through it. Now, continue watching the video, but to give you a quick rundown of basically what I went through with my ex or whatever. He's now my ex again, but I broke up with him this time. I got him back. We dated for another 3 years after that. We're no longer together, but when he actually left me, I say, it was a long time ago, but the situation was, he was doing things that he shouldn't have been doing. You know, he pursued me, I didn't go after him, and everything was great. Oh my God, I loved him. Like, it was amazing. He was a little bit older than me. You know, everything was peachy, but you know that female intuition, something wasn't right. You know, we dated for a long time. We dated for a total of 7 years. So this was like back in the MySpace days. You know, I had a feeling about some female that was on his top 8, and I was like, something's not right. So, you know, I didn't say anything. I was, you know, just peeping out the scenery or whatever. Long story short, he was dating her too, and but I couldn't really prove it until one day. Something just told me to hop online, you know. I had to talk to him. His phone was off or whatever. Come to find out, something told me go online and check her MySpace. And I'm like, I hadn't done that in a very long time because things were going so well with us. You know, I didn't really have the feeling that I needed to go out there and really check on what the situation was, because he told me basically I'm the only girl and she was dating somebody else. That's what he told me. So it was like maybe 11 o'clock at night, and I got on the computer and I go to her page, and they have her default is a picture of them two, and I'm like, the hell? You told me you don't even talk to this girl. Like, what the hell's going on? You know, I go nuts. He broke up with me, and then he ended up dating her, like only dating her. And I was like, oh my God, I loved him. Woo doo woo. My mind was going crazy. So basically, he was living a double life. He ended up leaving me and ended up only being with her. My mind was out of there. I didn't know what to do. I was already in love with this guy. You know, when you're in love, you do crazy shit, you know? My mind was like, oh my God, I have to get him back. I loved him. Would I ever do some stuff like that now? Hell no. But back then I was way younger than I was now. But I had to do something. You know, I'm online, I'm researching, right? I come across this dude, and he has the best advice. And he basically was telling me, you have to leave him alone. And I'm like, I don't want to leave him alone, you know? I want to, you know, talk to him, talk it out. Because if I feel like if I fall back, then he will forget about me altogether. But the challenge was, I had to go 2 weeks without talking to him. I know you've probably been searching and you keep coming across this idea. If you do not contact them for 2 weeks, then it's gonna make things better. It's true. I actually did it myself. By the end of 2 weeks, he actually got in contact with me. Like, it tripped me out because I was like, oh my God, this crap actually works. Because my idea was I'm gonna blow him up until he talks to me and he's gonna leave the other girl alone. But basically, rule number 1, what you need to do. I know it's gonna be hard for you. You want them right up under you right now, and you're going through it. But you have to give them space. You have to give them the opportunity to miss you. If you're always hitting them up, they know what you're up to. They know that you're missing them. You want to have them in the dark, completely in the dark. What you're doing for 2 weeks. They can go on whatever your social network and see what you're doing, but as far as contacting them, you have to leave them alone for at least 14 days. 14 days. And when I say leave them alone for 14 days, that means no stalking. You have to get your mind ready for just in case you do not get them back. That means you can't be all on their profiles. You can't be asking their friends what they're up to. You need to leave the dude or the chick alone for at least 14 days. No contact whatsoever. You have to give them the opportunity to start thinking about you again. You have to basically reverse it. I've seen this time and time again, basically, where people think that if their ex sees them really sad and really distraught without them, they'll feel bad for them and take them back. Don't do that. You want to basically get your shit together. Get it together. Make sure you do not fall off, because that is the worst thing to do. They break up with you or whatever the case was, and you guys aren't together, and then you just fall off. You're walking around looking any kind of way. It's not cute. Do not do that. You have to iron those jeans, put that makeup on. You have to be popping still, just in case you run into them. You don't want them to see you and you like looking a hot mess. Wrong thing to do. Now, I know this may be hard for you because the only thing that you're thinking about is your ex. You feel me? That's all you want. You need to basically go out and get a couple rebounds. Not saying that you have to pick the rebounds that'll be the love of your life. You don't. But going on a couple dates, getting out, actually getting contact with other people besides your ex is going to be good for you. First, you have to see if you still happy. It's okay if somebody else makes you happy. It's okay. But you do not want to sit in the house all day thinking about your ex. The one time it's going to hit you is at night. Thoughts hit you at night, right? So you cannot, basically keep yourself busy until it's time to go to bed. You do not want to sit around with your liquor or your bucket of ice cream as it's sitting there and let reality sink in. You cannot let reality sink in. No, don't do it. When reality sinks in, you start to realize how lonely you are, and that sucks. Keep yourself busy right up until you have to go to bed. Say you have a job, you have some friends that you've been neglecting because you've been in a relationship. Go hang out with them. Get a new hobby. Do something up until you have to come home, brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower, and go to bed. Do something. Do something with your life so you are not sitting around thinking about your ex. Get a makeover. And I'm not saying that you have to come out looking like Halle Berry or whatever the finest dude out there is. You don't have to do that. But you want your ex to see you in a new light. I don't know what the situation is where you guys aren't together, but you have to do something with yourself so when your ex sees you, it's like they're seeing a new person. Maybe if you part your hair different, you go color your hair, you got a new outfit, new little style, you feel me? Do something a little different with yourself. Now, when you get in contact with them, keep it short. You do not want the conversation to end up leading into something that's too long and you guys start to realize everything that happened and everything that went wrong. If you run into the person, most likely if you've been with somebody, you know where they hang out, you know where they're gonna be, you know all that stuff. I say it's okay to go to wherever they hang out, but you have to look good. And you're probably like, okay, what do I do when I see them? You can speak. Keep it short. Make sure you look happy. Make sure you speak. Hi, how are you? You're good? Okay, great. I'm great. Keep it moving. And then they're going to be like, they didn't even try to come and talk to me like for a long time. What is going on? They're happy without me. People hate that. People hate the fact that you have moved on, especially if it's too quickly. If it's like less than a month, they're going to be like, okay, what the hell is going on? Keep it short. Keep that smile on your face. Look happy and keep it moving. They will hit you up. Or if not, they will start thinking about hitting you up because they see somebody that's happy by themselves. Those are just a few steps in order to get your ex back. Now, of course, more to it. Go ahead and click the link below in the description box to get the full guide of how to get your ex back. This guy worked for me years ago. I ended up leaving him, but I'm okay. Some people, you're just not meant to be together, and that's okay. But if you feel in your heart right now that your ex is the person that you want to be with, go ahead and click the link below in the description box and so you can get your ex back. It worked. It's like some psychology stuff, but it works. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be adding more content and stuff like that, more videos, more advice, and all that jazz. And make sure you head over to thelovegal.com.